This is the Snoop Bowl. To do what you love and to love what you do, that's what today is all about. The brotherhood that y'all created. Make sure that you're protecting your brothers while you out there on the field and when you off the field.
The energy is palpable from the moment we set foot in this stadium.
Oh, first down, it's intercepted.
Great defense.
Can you believe that catch right there?
He ain't getting up in there.
He's off to the races. The 30, the 20.
You never get a second chance for your first impression, so find your way back to the CW or you in trouble, and that's from the DO double.
A gorgeous afternoon in Tucson, and welcome to the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, and brought to you by Fresh Pet, healthy food fresh from the fridge. And hi again, everybody, alongside the Boston College Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champion Will Blackman. Wes Bryant along the sideline will be here in a minute. I'm Tom Brenneman. Great to have you with us. And I know the question you should be asking, you're already asking, when is Snoop showing up? He'll be up here in the third quarter, and we can't wait. As for the matchup on the field, Miami was here a season ago, clobbered Colorado State. Now, this is a school in Miami. They don't duck anybody. Big Ten, SEC, they play them all in the preseason, so they start off slow, they finish strong.
Yeah, definitely. The RedHawks are coming in as veterans of the game, but they got a little bit of gin and juice of their own. They got the run game led by Jordan Brunson, physical attack, 140 yards a game is when they are winning, rate 7-0, and also the juice is Cam Perry, rate 23 yards a catch. Man, he is explosive.
Looking forward to both of those guys today. Meanwhile, for Fresno State, what a year under Matt Entz, their first-year head coach. Their quarterback, familiar last name, yes, the son of Kurt Warner, E.J. Warner.
Yeah, and I just got off the phone with Kirk, and he said, give my boy some love. He's calling the game for the NFL right now. And I'll tell you what, though, E.J. Warner, he is a consummate pro, outstanding leader. I'll tell you what, man, he's going to lead this team, and all he does is keep the turnovers down. They're going to do a great job today.
Boy, you're name dropping here. I'm going to name drop Snoop because it's time for the coin flip.
To the wild, creeping and crawling, Iggy yes yo, and Snoop Doggy Dogg in the house with the pound like every day, and I'm right back up in you.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, by Dre and Snoop. Tonight we have a special coin. The bowl logo will be heads. The helmets of the teams will be tails. Tonight we also have a special coin tosser. Snoop Dogg, Miami University as the designated visiting team. What is your call?
Heads. Is this call?
Heads.
Heads.
Get high, dog. Get real high.
It is a head. Miami University has won the toss and deferred. Fresno State will receive.
Well, we can't wait for Snoop Dogg to come back up here. We had such a great time with him last year. You know, tomorrow, we asked him last year about what he was doing after the game. Was he flying home, that kind of thing? He said, nope. Tomorrow is the Snooper Bowl, where from his youth league that he started over 20 years ago, now he brings in all the kids with their families, the coaches, and they play all day here tomorrow against teams from cities all around the country. And it's great stuff. Head coaches in this one. I mean, you talk about a contrast. Chuck Martin seemingly has been around the all-time winningest coach in the history of Miami of Ohio. Meanwhile, for Fresno State, their fourth coach in the last 5 years, and what a job Matt Entz has done.
Yeah, Matt Entz comes in with just stability and energy for this team. He's really big on culture, really big on family. You can see that throughout the building.
Miami of Ohio, as you saw, won the coin toss, deferring to the second half. So we'll get a look right from the get-go at this Bulldogs offense led by E.J. Warner. Miami a 43-17 thrashing of Colorado State here at the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice a year ago. Keep an eye on number 2 back there. Rayshon Luke will be calling his name regularly, as he is one of the 2 featured backs. They use 5 running backs in this Fresno State offense. So here we go, and underway in Tucson, Arizona, and out to the 25 it goes. E.J. Warner, he played high school football just up the road in Phoenix at Brophy Prep. Committed originally to Temple. Played there 2 years, both seasons through for better than 3,000 yards. A season ago, transferred to Rice, and this is his final year of eligibility. He comes to Fresno State. In 40 games, 38 starts, he has thrown for nearly 11,000 passing yards. And on first down, they're going to run it. And that's Bryson Donaldson, has had back-to-back outstanding years, his first 2 years at Fresno State.
Yeah, right now you can see the stout defense with the RedHawks with Malcolm McCain just fitting right in there, being physical. That's something that they definitely have to do up front. They have a really good pass rush when it comes to their defense there, but it was good to see those linebackers step up there and be physical at the point of attack.
Boy, do they ever have a pass rush. 40 sacks, which ranks in the top 5 in the FBS for this RedHawks defense. And the first throw, and a quick one, over across the middle where it's caught by Josiah Freeman. He is their leading receiver, his 46th catch of the year to bring up a 3rd down.
And this is what you see with E.J. Warner. He's quick. He gets up there. He gets the football out of his hands immediately. He's very, very decisive and efficient in terms of what he's trying to do with the football.
You know, it's interesting. Warner started the first 7 games of the year. The first 3 games, he did not throw a touchdown, threw 5 interceptions, then threw 4 touchdowns in 1 game, and then was benched. Did not play the entire month of October. They're going to roll him out, come back the other way, and the catch is made by their outstanding tight end, Richie Anderson. And that is a first down. There is a penalty flag, however, just in front of the Miami of Ohio bench, and then another flag on the other side in front of the Fresno State bench. Conference USA officiating crew, and we'll talk more about Rodney Burnett, our referee, that man right there in the white
Illegal
hat.
touching, offense number 88. He was covered up, went downfield on first to touch the ball, lost it down.
So that's a big penalty right there.
It looked like somebody had to be off the line of scrimmage there. Look like he covered up the tackle. And that's a tough one. That's a big, because that was a huge gain right there for them to have on that down. Something that they have to avoid, right? Avoiding these negative plays.
Yeah, so they're going to have to punt it away after the loss of down. We were talking about very quickly Rodney Burnett, our referee today. Many of you old enough to remember the U.S. Marines in the bombing in Beirut, Lebanon, going back to 1983. More than 200 U.S. men and women lost their lives in that terrorist act. Rodney Burnett was found 4 days later in a body bag. Was told he would never walk again. There have been numerous videos and documentaries done about it, but we salute him. What an extraordinary story. Our referee here today. Mind-boggling, that story.
Yeah, an absolute legend when you really think about that situation. For him to be here reffing, it's an honor for him to be here with us.
He was transported to numerous hospitals all over the world, was told he would never walk again. And his perseverance and lessons learned Let him too walk again. Meanwhile, Thomas Gotkowski, the redshirt freshman, began the year as a third-string quarterback for the RedHawks this year. He did not play until 4 weeks ago. Led the team in a come-from-behind win, and he missed a wide-open receiver there, but he took a big shot right as he was turning that thing loose.
Yeah, you didn't see him, but he also took a big shot right here. Couldn't step into the throw to throw a nice touch pass. But you talk about Kowski, man, he just came, especially with the season, they had so much adversity at the quarterback position. We'll get into that eventually, but he just came in there, again, throwing for over 500 yards, protecting the football, not turning over in the air, 4 TDs. You know, Coach talked about just him preparing, being ready for his opportunity, and he showed that.
Bouncing off tacklers, this is Brunson, and he's inside the 30, close to the 25-yard line. Jordan Brunson with a big gain was tackled from behind by Simeon Harris.
Yeah, you see the transfer VTech just find that alley right up there and gets going.
So first down for the RedHawks at the 27. They're going to give it to him again, and why not? This time it is going inside the 20-yard line to Keith Reynolds. Reynolds played very little during the regular season. In fact, they had not only a lot of drama, if you will, at the quarterback position. Their quarterback left the team after a loss against Toledo. At the running back position, it's been a lot of injury.
It's been on. They've been using everybody. Brunson, Jones, Ringo, Tracy, use everybody in the backfield. You saw some Keith Reynolds there as well, too. One of their most versatile players on offense.
Brunson, after the big gain, sat on a play, comes right back in there. So the RedHawks at the 19-yard line after getting great field position on this opening drive. Miami of Ohio played in the Mid-American Conference Championship game for a 3rd straight year. They won it 3 years ago, lost to their bitter rivals, Ohio University, a year ago. And then lost to an outstanding Western Michigan team this year. Western and OU both won their bowl games. Short yardage, and they give it to that big body, DeJounte Jones. Let's go downstairs to Wes Bryant.
I'm down here with Snoop Dogg, man, and Snoop is calling the action like a coach. We're enjoying it down here as Miami of Ohio is driving. Snoop, what you saying, man?
I'm saying Miami of Ohio putting together a stellar drive right now. They moving the ball, executing on the ground, pushing the rock. They got big receivers, small receivers. They just mixing it up. They're going hurry up right now. I like that.
You're telling them to come meet you in the back of the end zone?
I need a touchdown, man. That's what it's my bowl game. Come get me some.
All right, man, you heard it right there from Snoop Dogg, man. So we're going to be bringing those reports live from the, I guess we could call this a doghouse of sorts.
Gotkowski is dropped, a 1-yard loss on the sack right at the 15-yard line. Julius Gandy, the one who tracked him down.
Yeah, we mentioned them using the running back by committee on that 3rd and 1. DeJounte Jones on the 14 came in there, and now back to Brunson. So, again, you can see all these running backs just take fully. That's how they got going. That's how they were able to get into the situation, was run the football extremely well.
Keith Reynolds in the backfield, and Gotkowski going to run it. He can run the ball, but that was played beautifully on defense by the veteran safety back there, the transfer senior, who grew up just up the road from Fresno State, Cameron Braca.
Yeah, Cameron played extremely disciplined there, reading that zone read, they're staying home, making the play.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Miami of Ohio. Four-man rush, now a 5th. Gotkowski lets it fly, and no chance. Defended beautifully. He had an eye on his main man, Cam Perry, who's 34 yards shy of a 1,000-yard receiving season. So the field goal unit comes out for Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, it was interesting right there. You got down to the red zone by running the football, and then you take 3 downs of your red zone positions to throw the football. I know one of them was a quarterback option there.
Dom Jobin, one of the best field goal kickers in all of the FBS.
Love this guy.
Love this guy. He's had an incredible career. How about the snap? And he still kicks it through. high snap and handled beautifully. So a score on the board in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, brought to you by Fresh Pet.
Everybody know. Grill smoke, twisted, blue sky vibe.
The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, is brought to you by Fresh Pet. Healthy food fresh from the fridge. Welcome back to Tucson, Arizona. Started as a cloudy, rainy looking anyway morning, and it is turning into a spectacular afternoon.
Snoop's here.
Now, of course, he shows up. The sun shines a little brighter.
He brought the Cali sunshine. He is in it, though. I'm telling you, he was even fired up at the coin toss, like, tell him to throw it higher.
He is something else to watch. I just still can't believe watching him last year and the way he handles people and treats people. Look at his snap.
Great job by the holder getting it down, though.
All right, so second possession of the game for the Fresno State Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's time the Bulldogs to get Rayshawn Luke active. Time to give him the football. He's the all-purpose running back.
And you called it. They give him the football. And this figures to be a defensively dominated game. I mean, both these teams are really, really good, like top 15 in the country good on defense.
Yeah, and it goes back to both teams being extremely well coached. When I was doing, press for this game all week, I was saying I think this game's going to come down to a one-score game. It's that type of football game where both sides, not just defense, offensively, are well coached. So I'm expecting a physical battle, especially at the line of scrimmage.
4-yard gain on the first carry by Luke. Here comes that pass rush we talked about. And it causes a misfire on a second down throw by Warner. It brings up third down. Heavy pressure by Jackson Kuwatch. That young man holds a special place in my heart. I've known him since he was about a 5-year-old, growing up just outside of Cincinnati.
Again, this is why I feel like they got positive yards on first down. You want to try to run it again on set, because now you're in Miami of Ohio's favor, right? They extremely good pass rush. 3rd and 6, they subbed in all their pass rush. Now they can really pin their ears back and go after EJ. He has to get the ball out quickly.
Here comes that pass rush, and the pocket collapses and thrown behind the intended receiver. So a 3-and-out for Fresno State on back-to-back possessions to begin this opening quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the floodgates just open up. Everyone attacking. He just can't step up into the throw to throw a clean pass to Zeke Abbott.
Lionel Billups-Williams waiting back on the punt from Nick Verdugo, the transfer from Old Dominion. Very high, short punt and a fair catch. And again, excellent field position for the RedHawks. This one from their own 35. Miami out in front in the Snoop Dogg Bowl. 3-0. Well, you heard Snoop Dogg with Wes Bryant a short time ago. He's hoping for a little visit down in that end zone.
He's trying to get one of these fans to kick it through the uprights right now. He just yelled, where did he find these kickers from? That is awesome. He is dialed in.
He really is. And what a week he's had, right? NBA game, NFL game, Christmas night.
Yeah, his halftime show that he did there for the NFL was absolutely outstanding. It was one of the best ones I've seen in a long time.
Gostkowski clobbered as he threw it, and there's his favorite target. But how about the coverage there in the pick by Jakari Embry?
I mean, that's how you go get it. You're going against the best receiver, averaging over 20 yards a catch. You just go up there, turn it to the receiver, and you get the football. That's big time football right there. You know it's going up top, and there's plenty of times of Cam Perry on film, double team, triple team, making that play. And for Jakari Embry to go and get that first play out the gate, outstanding coverage.
And there is an injured Miami RedHawk offensive lineman. We can't tell who it is. He's being completely surrounded by the medical staff, headed up by Dr. Timothy Kremchek here for the Miami RedHawks. So we will take a timeout on the field. Fresno State, after the interception, will have the ball when we return. Our aerial coverage is brought to you by Lucas Oil. Great to have them with us here today. They have been a staple of our CW Sports telecast over the last 3 years. So after the interception, by the way, Eric Smith, the starting left tackle, he was the injured Miami of Ohio offensive lineman, and he had a hard time getting back to that bench.
I just hope that he's okay.
Bryson Donaldson in the backfield. Warner going to throw it on first down, and it's too high. Had an eye on Freeman. Second down and 10.
Yeah, going back to the Fresno State defense, Jakario Embry with that pick. Coach Nick Benedetto, defense coordinator for Fresno State, just came in and instantly made an impact, just like he did at North Illinois. They were the only FBS team last year to not allow a team to get 400 yards and double the turnovers. And so this year he's already preaching, trying to get those turnovers up. And so far you saw that in that play.
Yeah, 20th interception of the year. That is 5th most in all of the FBS. And, you know, you talk about top 15 defenses, right? And Fresno State fits that bill. Of the 12 teams that were in the college football playoff when we got started a week ago, of those 12 teams, 8 of them rank in the top 12 in the country in total defense.
Yeah, wherever he goes, he has success.
Elijah Gilliam in the backfield. On this 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs, looking for their first down of the game. And it's going to be very close depending on the spot. There is a penalty flag behind the line of scrimmage. Of course, it was a penalty that did prevent a first down.
Offense number 71.
This one will too.
10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Yeah, that's tough right there because they actually did get that first down. But you can see the hold right down the left side of your screen from the cam. You can see it right there, just grabbing him. I mean, pretty much in a rear naked chokehold, UFC style.
Yeah, that was Roland Fullwood wrapping up Malcolm McCain. So to bring up 3rd down and forever, a 3rd down and 15. Beautiful throw, and they're going to cash in on a 3rd down and 15. How about that? Freeman makes a reception and is run out of bounds at the 30. Where are they going to spot it here? Back at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that's a heck of a throw because you saw the Red Hawk defense check to some zone coverage, and Silas Walters was running right into the area, and E.J. Warner threw it just enough touch to get it over for the completions. That's a great throw right there.
Yeah, beautifully thrown ball. 3rd and 15, and they pick up 20. Now going to go back to the ground, and Donaldson for a yard, maybe 2, up to the 35. Fresno State lost its season opener at Kansas 31-7, then ripped off 5 straight wins and had a major hiccup. Back-to-back losses to Colorado State and San Diego State. In that San Diego State game, they were shut out 23-0. But then they won 2 games in a row, including at Boise State. That's their best win of this season. A loss to Utah State, and then wrapped up against San Jose State with a victory to end the year. And of course, this is a program that will be a part of the new Pac-12 looking ahead to the fall of 2026.
Yeah, if your school ends in state, you're probably in that conference.
It's going to be a lot of fun next year. And then that's the roller coaster ride they've been in and been on this entire year. They closed well once Warner got back into the starting quarterback position. 3rd down and 5. Warner still on his feet and still on his feet, but down he goes. And that's what Miami's all about. If you weren't with us at the start of the game, 40 sacks. And that one, Nasir Washington wrapped him up.
Yeah, despite that being a negative play, that's the one thing that I can say that's positive about Keyshawn Warner. He is actually very, very mobile in the pocket. He does a great job trying to buy time and trying to make plays when things don't go well for him.
3 possessions, 3 punts for the Bulldogs. Phillips Williams stands back at his 25-yard line. Another very high punt and a fair catch right at the 25. Well, both of these coaches are staying, but what a carousel we have been on in some of the biggest programs in all of college football.
I mean, you look right here alone.
And, of course, the most recent news was Kyle Whittingham leaving Utah and taking over at Michigan. What a great hire that is.
Yeah, he got huge praises from a good friend of mine, Eric Weddle, just in terms of the kind of person, the coach he is.
Yep.
So you figure he can turn out someone like Eric Weddle, who he is, who I believe is a Hall of Famer in the NFL.
And we're looking forward to seeing James Franklin as part of our Atlantic Coast Conference coverage next year.
That's going to be exciting.
Yep. I mean, that is a program ready to take off yet again. 1st down. And a good, strong run and a pile push forward out across the 35 up to the 37-yard line for Brunson. Brunson started the year as a 4th-string running back. He has barely played at all his first 4 seasons at Miami, but then they had a couple of injuries. They put him in the game. The coach loves him as a kid. Said, you know what, let's see what happens. And it's turned out to be a very good decision. He's rushed for nearly 600 yards.
Yeah, I'm glad they got back to the run game. This is what you do. You're a power team.
Play action this time. Gotkowski very mobile. Throws and a catch is made. The infrequently used Ezekiel Abbott, but they like his future very much. A transfer from the University of Maryland.
Yeah, this is a great job by Gotkowski finding the extra receiver, because they ran a double move on Alexander Hamilton on the outside, and he locked that down. And so great job from Gotkowski to come down there and find Abbott.
So Cole Weaver on the reception. Abbott wears 84 for Fresno State. There's a handoff on 1st down. Good solid pickup inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. For Weaver, that's his 44th catch of the year. And in the last 5+ games, that's 32 receptions for him. So he's come on strong as this season has gone on. This game has been, statistically anyway, completely dominated by Miami of Ohio. 77 total yards compared to just 33 for Fresno State. Put it back on the ground. What a play. Penalty flag comes in. But that's Bronca again.
Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Jacob Schorsch, who has been moved in this game. He was a starting right guard the entire year, redshirt freshman. They moved him out to right tackle because their starting right tackle is not with the team, Drew Terrell.
Regardless of the penalty, that's just a great play by Cameron Bronca. He wears the green dot for this defense meeting. He's the one that receives the call from the defensive coordinator, and that was a great job just running downhill.
You know, Bronca's an interesting kid. He grew up not too far away from the Fresno State campus. He grew up in Clovis, California. Very active in his church, and he had an opportunity to go to a lot of other schools and play, but he felt like he really liked the program and the direction it was going at the time. He wanted to maintain his, very close proximity to the church that he grew up in, and so he decided to stay home, and he has had an outstanding career.
Yeah, he for sure is going to play on Sundays. He's right on par with the good safeties, or the really good safeties that came from Fresno State. Right now, Evan Williams is over at the Packers playing outstanding football. I had a pleasure of calling games when he played there at Fresno. But yeah, Cameron Brocco, heck of a player.
3rd down and 11 for the RedHawks after that holding penalty. Need to get down to the 34-yard line to convert. Gostkowski being chased. Just throws it up down the sideline and out of bounds. Perfectly defended down there inside the 10. By Ryan Wilson. They were wondering if Wilson was going to be good to go today. He's been banged up again a little bit here recently, but he's out there.
Yeah, I mean, this entire secondary, linebackers, DBs included, are on it. They're communicating well. They're picking up all the switches, all the double moves. Just unbelievable coverage in the secondary. There's no wonder they're only giving up 160 yards a game, which is 8th nationally.
Pierce Stainton is the punter for the RedHawks, and a fair catch right at the 7-yard line. Well, we go from football to basketball beginning a week from today. CW courtside Saturday brings in the new year. Double dip. Clemson off to a nice start going to Pitt. And then we'll have number 12 North Carolina headed to upset-minded SMU. SMU 10-2 to begin the year. CW courtside Saturday next week. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Only on the CW. You going to come do basketball with us too? Me and Mike Jaminski have you sit in with us?
If they let me, I am down.
You're there.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
We're going to be there.
I love basketball season.
Yeah, it's great. Can't wait to see that North Carolina team. You know, they went through their ups and downs for sure a season ago, but off to a really good start this year, thanks in large part to their dynamite freshman Caleb Wilson. Final 35 seconds of this opening quarter. And you see 3 drives, 3 punts, a total of 37 yards.
I don't believe they passed midfield yet.
No, they don't have a first down yet. There's a low throw, and that is a catch.
Yeah, right now EJ just can't step into his throws. He's not a big guy. He's 6 foot, a little over 200 pounds. But right now, RedHawks are bringing that heat.
Yep, that'll be the final play of this opening quarter. I mean, if you're Fresno State, you have to feel pretty good. You have been dominated in every way imaginable, yet it's only a 3-0 Miami lead. Miami of Ohio, winners in this Snoop Dogg Bowl a season ago and leaders after the opening quarter here today. Our broadcast of the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice is brought to you by Fresh Pet. Healthy food fresh from the fridge. First time the RedHawks have poor field position to begin a drive. Catch is made, and a nice pickup as you look at some of the numbers in the opening quarter.
Yeah, you see the numbers here, total yards, like you mentioned, dominated by the RedHawks, but just a 3-0 game. And I imagine the game was going to go like this. I go back to that one red zone possession that Miami had where they just threw the ball multiple times, where I felt like just used the run game that's been very, very effective for them. So right now we're looking at Fresno State. Can they finally create some explosive plays or just enough to get down the field and cross line scrimmage?
Nice pickup on a first down carry by Jonathan Arsenault. We mentioned that, you know, Fresno State will use up to 5 running backs in this game. Now, Donaldson and Luke get the majority of the carries, but they have 3 other backs that have rushed for over 200-plus yards outside of those 2. Arsenault, Ramirez, and Elijah Gillian. Gilliam in there to pass protect, and what a throw and what a catch right down the middle of the field. And the ball is loose. And it looked like Fresno State was able to cover it up. The catch was made by the tight end Richie Anderson. And as he was fighting for more yardage, that ball was ripped out of there.
AJ rips his football immediately. That's a heck of a catch. And just fight for the yard. This is where you got to double in trouble, right? If you're in trouble, keep the two hands on the football. And great recovery there.
Yeah, it looked like Ezekiel Abbott came up from behind chasing the play to get it. Blakey and Beasley both trying to rip it out of there. They give it to Ramirez, and that's a solid run on first down, close to another first down. Let's check in downstairs with Wes Bryant.
Snoop, that was a crazy play right there. Richie Anderson with the nasty catch in the strip, man. What are you seeing?
I think Fresno State starting to get their groove together. They're moving the ball up the field slowly but surely, but right now it's 3rd and 2, so we're going to see what they do if they can get another set of downs, because usually they've been punting. I want to see if they can get another set of downs. We own them like we want them. Let's go.
We've been chatting a little bit about the quarterbacks, man. What do you think they need to do better?
Nerves right now. It's just nerves right now, because this plays where they can make something happen, but they just thinking about it too long instead of getting the ball off. Make it happen. Release.
I think they're nervous because you back in the end zone.
Man, I ain't got nothing to do with your nerves. You should be prepared, man. I should be inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Let me be your motivation.
All right, man. That's live from down here in the doghouse.
I tell you, the guy's amazing. As Ramirez back-to-back carries and big-time carries to get a first down for the Bulldogs. On the move for the first time today at the Miami 40. This time they turn and hand it off to Elijah Gilliam, and they're starting to get that run game. They found a little something there.
Yeah, right now that kind of game is working. The last play with Brandon Ramirez, you saw big Braden Walton, 6'7", 330, leading the way. You saw a bunch of Miami defenders moving out of the way. So right now, yes, running the football and getting these plays down the field. This offense, they're not really known for taking like big shots down the field, but right now they're getting some explosive plays on the ground.
Keep rotating those backs in and out. Right now, though, the hot hand is clearly Ramirez, and he gets the ball again, and that is enough for another Fresno State first down, close to the 25. Those are some big body backs, man. You bring in Gilliam, who goes 220. Likewise for Ramirez. And now Arsenault, 0, checks in.
Yeah, even though Arsenault is about 195, he's a compact runner, and guys bounce off of him. So little guy, but runs like he's big.
Give it to Arsenault, and that is played so well defensively by Miami. That was Roosevelt Andrews III, who stayed at home. Only a sophomore out of Barberton, Ohio.
What you know about Barberton, Ohio?
Played great basketball for a long time, man. They were one of the great basketball programs in the Buckeye State forever. Good protection, good throw, good catch. Down to the 15-yard line for Josiah Freeman, and another first down for Fresno State.
Yeah, that's a great route. You see Josiah Freeman right there, how he just paces the route, just snaps it off, boom, right there. Comes back to the football. Josiah, 6'3", big body receiver, plays physical. And right there, he showed it right there.
Bryson Donaldson now checks into the backfield on a first down. Best drive by far of the day for the Bulldogs, and Donaldson is down to the 10. That'll be another pickup of close to 5.
That is the one thing about being on a defense where you have to prepare for the offense that use multiple running backs. They all have unique styles, and so far we've seen 5 running backs for Fresno State. So you prepare like, okay, we know what this guy does, but also they bring in multiple backs, so you kind of have to just go back to what does the offense do as a big picture versus focusing on one player.
And Fresno State has rushed for better than 2,000 yards this season. That's the most since the 2018 season. And now they're going to throw it. And thrown behind a wide open, and I mean wide open, Bryson Donaldson. That could have been perhaps a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's something that Fresno State has been really good at this season is when A.J. Warner is able to not find anybody, he had that outlet, whether it be one of his running backs, usually is Rayshawn Luke who's out there available, and just threw it behind him.
All right, a 3rd down and 5, and the RedHawks are going to spend a timeout. It's a big play early on in this game with Miami in front, 3-0. Fastest growing cable news network in all of television is News Nation. News Nation respects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation, go to newsnationnow.com. All right, a 3rd down after the timeout by Miami on defense. Ball spotted just outside the 10-yard line. They're going to throw it to the far side, and what an open field tackle. Preventing a 1st down over there by Silas Walters. He has had an excellent year from Miami, a 2nd-team All-Mid-American Conference performer.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you just stay on your read and make an open field tackle.
This will be a 28-yard field goal try for Dylan Lynch. He has hit on 17 of 22. He's had a good year. Left-footed kicker. Good snap. Good hold, and the kick is good. And this game is tied up at 3 apiece with 7:54 to go until halftime. Ah, yes. Snoop's going to be up here in the 3rd quarter now. You do not want to miss it. Trust me.
Back from break, here with Snoop Dogg. It's a 3-3 tie between Fresno and Miami. And Snoop, this is about more than football, this bowl game, the Snoop Dogg Bowl. You guys are raising a lot of money, doing a lot of charity.
Yeah, man, we just took care of the teachers out here. We took care of the Snoopy Football League. These events right here raise money for so many different facets and different pieces of the puzzle. So I'm just honored to be a part of this game so I can give back. The ultimate give back. Oh, this is me. Watch out. This is me. This is me.
Oh! And he came out of his shoe. It's going down here in the doghouse. West Brother Snoop Dogg.
My bad. My bad.
You came out of your shoe right there.
Come on, man. I'm just doing it all today, baby.
All right,
I was in the middle of the interview, but the ball, it had to get caught.
All right, so every dollar from this game going to charity.
Yeah, man, everything is going to charity, man. We about giving it away. We don't want to hold on to it. We want to give it away to the people. To the people.
And the teachers, man, they were so happy to see you, man. Were you good to the teachers back in the day?
I love the teachers, man. That's how I learned how to rap. Shout out to my 1st grade teacher. She taught me how to read and write.
Hey, man, I used to make the honor roll, but I used to get in a lot of trouble, so I wasn't always good to the teachers. Back to you guys.
How about that grab right there? You told him the first thing you were going to say to him when he got up here was dropping a ball in the pregame.
Hey, look, he not only did he almost catch it, but then he cradled it, turned his back to make sure he maintained possession.
Right. That's right.
We got to bring that back when he comes up here.
Oh, for sure. Lost his shoe in the process. That's a big league catch right there.
That's awesome.
Deshaunte Jones, not enough for a 1st down. You know, you look at this game. Fresno State, its first 3 possessions, had 12 plays for 25 yards. But since then, you know, they're starting to pile up the plays. 15-play drive, 82 yards, leading to a field goal to tie this game up. And their defense has done what it's done all season long, and that is shut Miami down after a good drive to start the game and blown dead before it ever got started. This might be against Fresno State, or did it get a timeout?
Timeout.
Yep.
Fresno State, that's their 1st.
Okay. So it'll bring up a 3rd down that feels like sort of a momentum down right now, the way this game is going. Fresno State's defense shutting down the RedHawks since that opening drive.
for the burgers, wrapping around tents. This whole street.
Saturday, February 14th, NASCAR returns. A brand new season, new partner. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races into historic Daytona. 33 weeks of pure racing, raw excitement. Begins Saturday, February the 14th from Daytona, only on the CW. A 3rd down and 3. Gostkowski nearly had it intercepted. And there's Brock again. So far, he has been the defensive player of the game for the Bulldogs.
I am telling you, somebody at the next level is going to get a baller. Awesome job using the inside hand, keeping the other one for securing the tackle just in case.
He needs to go to Snoop Dogg on how to corral that thing. Don't you think?
Personally, I feel like he should have just went and got that thing. Take it to the crib.
All right, so another short drive for the RedHawks. They had great field position their first drive, and that is snapped over the punter's head into the end zone. Does he have time to get it off? And it is blocked. And that ball will be recovered by Fresno State at the 10-yard line. Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. Miami is playing with a new long snapper in the game today. And they've had nearly a disaster on their field goal try, and this is a disaster.
Yeah, just a terrible punt. Not right here. You're in decision. He felt like he had enough time to get it off, but you do wish he's like, you know what, just take the safety.
Wes, how'd you see that one, my man?
Hey, man, it's lit down here. That play right there just woke everybody up.
Big business, man. Big plays, man. That's what the Snoop Bowl is about. Big plays. Now, watch out. The Dogs is off the leash.
And then you had to get that dance with him now. He knew you was back here.
Hey, man, that's what they do, man. It's the spirit of the Snoop Bowl, baby. The Dogs is off the leash, man. Watch out now. They do bite.
Let's go, baby. You got to do it.
Well, I tell you, Wes is having a time of his life down there today.
I think that was Jonathan Arsenault. I think it was Jonathan Arsenault with the Seawalk. He's from LA, so he did the dance that Snoop's very familiar with.
By the way, we understand this is a Conference USA officiating crew, and they're going to take a look to see if the punter actually stepped out of the back of the end zone, which, of course, would be a safety.
You kind of hope he did if you remind me of Ohio. From here, it looked like he did step on the line, watching it live.
Here's a Snoop eye view. It looks like he may. It's tough to tell. It is really, really close.
Yes, that looked like. I kind of hope I did step.
That was Ethan Tierney, by the way, who was able to get a hand and deflect that punt.
You're looking at his heel right there on that end line.
I don't know.
After review, the rule on the field is upheld. The kicker was in bounds.
Yep.
It will be Fresno State's ball, 1st and 10 1st and goal at the 10.
Okay, so the Bulldogs in business. Their defense, has completely shut down the Miami offense. 3 straight possessions with a punt. Trying to bounce it to the outside is Elijah Gilliam. And again, excellent pursuit by this Miami defense.
That's the one thing. Go silent to silent again. This Silas Walters making an outstanding play on pursuit. Silas, a former walk-on.
Yep.
Turned scholarship player, then became all-conference player. Straight baller. Playing nickel, which is probably one of the most difficult positions to play. You're asked to cover.
Broken up defensively. Looked like from here, Freeman almost hauled that one in.
And when I get chances there, you got a big receiver. He has to pull that in there. But again, great coverage right there by Adrian Walker Jr. Get his hand there. 5'9" versus 6'3". What that matchup there?
All right, so a 3rd down and goal after the block punt. Warner looking around, rolls to his right, still looking, and now he'll keep it himself, and he will be run out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So with 5:27 to go until halftime, it's 4th and goal. I would imagine they would take the points, don't you think here? Take a field goal?
Absolutely, because both of these defenses are playing outstanding. You are excited if you're the punter after that play and that your defense is able to stand up and hold them to 3 points.
I tell you what, let's give it up to the Miami defense, as you mentioned. I mean, all of a sudden, you know, they have a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. They stuffed a lengthy drive the last time, forcing a field goal. So here comes Lynch. Good snap, good hold, and for Lynch, back-to-back field goal tries. This one from 23 yards out. And Fresno State has its first lead of this game with exactly 5 minutes to go until halftime. You to stay tuned for the halftime show brought to you by Fresh Pet. Band's going to perform Snoop Dogg songs. You don't want to miss that. And we'll have a new Pac-12 preview. And of course, we're proud here on CW Sports to be a home of the new Pac-12 looking ahead to next year. And we'll still be a home to the Mountain West Conference, where Fresno State is leaving.
Yeah, college football felt very strange without a full Pac-12. Glad to have that back.
All right, so Miami has 5 minutes to play with here before halftime. And remember, the RedHawks get the football to begin the second half. But, I mean, ever since they were able to take advantage of really good field position, they went 9 plays for 45 yards, kicking a field goal in the opening quarter. Since then, 1 play, interception. After that, 5 plays, 30 yards, a punt. And then the last time, 3 plays, a punt that was blocked. There you go.
That's great.
Well, I think if I tried to move like that kid,
I'm going to go see a doctor.
he's
Get
spending
more.
the night in the hospital here in Tucson. First down, Gotkowski throws, and the catch is made by Keith Reynolds out of the backfield. I tell you, they've really done, they being Fresno State, a phenomenal job on Cam Perry.
They have, and just going back to the Ja'Kai Emery winning a one-on-one matchup. But you just look at this defense in totality, only allowing 293 yards, which is beyond elite. It's their best since '92, I believe it is. So just incredible defense.
Yeah, they've just had a great year. I mean, 20 interceptions. If you include the one from today, have had an interception now in 6 straight games. That's a long throw, but a good strong throw. And there's the aforementioned Cam Perry, his first catch of the day. And then some pushing and shoving going on as Perry was run out of bounds. And it looked like was run out of bounds well after he had, or run into the ground well after he had stepped out of bounds. And a flag comes in.
Well, for starters, this is a great job not allowing any yards after the catch.
Oh, there you go. There's where the penalty is going to be. Ja'Kai Emery just threw him down after he was well out of bounds. Yep.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense number 1. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's a big one there.
That's a huge penalty. Didn't need that. Sometimes it happens, but all the extra stuff on the sideline, I'm like, come on, man. Like, guys take it real personal. It's still a football game. Guys getting angry, want to fight. To me, I think it's silly, it's corny. Like, I get it. Just get back on the field and get back on the field. Don't need to turn into a real fight.
Yep. So after the 15-yard penalty ball marked in Fresno State territory, the 46-yard line. And they hand it to Brunson. And coming down the line and making the tackle, Berhadi Zepra. Get a look at the campus of the University of Arizona.
You know how many times
this year?
Yes, they are, absolutely. You know how many times I've been chucked out of bounds? Airborne.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, people forget you played, in the NFL, you were a defensive back, but you played both wide receiver and DB at Boston College.
Yeah, and as a returning NFL, I've been thrown to the coolers.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
I think it's funny. You just get up and go play ball, and you get back in the game.
Come on. You never turned around and shoved somebody. Come on.
I got to get to the next play, man. I ain't got time for that.
All right. Well, how much did we enjoy our time with Chuck Martin?
That was one of the most fun meetings we had.
He's the best. I'm telling you. You can meet with every football coach in the FBS, and you're never going to meet a better guy than Chuck Martin. And, boy, what a coaching resume.
It was a day in the life for Coach Chuck Martin.
Yes, it was.
Awesome.
He is the best, and what a great football coach. And that'll be enough for a first down as they give it to the big back, Deshaunte Jones. Martin was joined at the hip with Brian Kelly. He was an assistant for Kelly in Grand Valley and then took over for Kelly when he left to go to the University of Cincinnati. All Martin did was go 74-7.
That's crazy.
4 trips to the finals, won 2 national championships, and he rejoined Kelly at Notre Dame, where he has been an offensive coordinator in his career. He's been a defensive coordinator in his career. He left Notre Dame after 2 years as Kelly's offensive coordinator and then came to Miami, has been there since 2014. This will take us to the 2-minute timeout. Stay tuned for the final 2 minutes of the half. Versus Fargo, be a 2%er. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Okay, 2 minutes left until halftime. Fresno State up 6-3. Miami has 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, this drive couldn't have gone any better. You start at your own 25-yard line. You get a couple of, chunks here and there, a couple of plays, and you get the penalty. And now you're on their 33 at the 2-minute mark. So this is an outstanding situation for Miami of Ohio.
Brunson in the backfield off the right hip of his quarterback, Goskowski. And they're going to hand it off to him. And he picks up maybe 2 to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the RedHawks.
Yeah, and you're still in great shape. You have all your timeouts still. 2nd and short. Possibly get another first down here.
Yep, they will. Oh, the ball is loose. Brunson coughed it up, and oh my, what a time for a turnover.
That was a legit cough
football. Yep, it sure was.
You hear the term coughing up, Tom, as you mentioned. That right there, total coughing it up. Give it away.
That brings back memories of the UNLV game for Miami. Going in for a game-winning field goal at the 10-yard line and fumbled the ball and hung with a 3rd straight loss to begin the year.
Here a lovely ump cam, which is my favorite, as if I'm a player, and you can see it right there. He jumps over, has one hand on the football, coughs it up. The emphasis for an offensive player in this situation is you got to protect the football, and at least try to come over at some point and not give it back to the other team. And now Fresno State has a chance to try to get some explosive plays and go right down the field.
All righty, so 1:33, 2 timeouts remain for Fresno State. You saw 26 turnovers forced. But this just fantastic defense.
False start. Offense number 88.
And that's not the way to start the drive.
Yeah, Richie Anderson was out of there. Took off before everyone. Yeah, especially knowing that Miami is going to get the football the second half, you want to try to get down the field as quickly as possible. Go into the half with some more points.
And this will pick up a few yards. Inside the 40 is Josiah Freeman, and he is tackled right at the 36-yard line. How about that play for the Bulldogs?
This is where E.J. Warner shines. Had the pressure, stared down the barrel, and threw a nice slant to his receiver.
And able to stay in bounds is Ezekiel Abbott. And he'll pick up additional yardage. And now all of a sudden, you have barely used any time at all, and you have the ball inside the 20.
Yeah, Miami's been a sure tackling team, and right there wasn't able to hold on. But incredible balance by Zeke Abbott. That turnover woke up the beast in the Bulldogs right now on this drive.
All right, so a first down after they hit the 47-yard gain, a 20-yard gain. And now Donaldson in the backfield. And they will handle to him. Good patient running, looking for a little bit of room. He's inside the 15 and down to the 12-yard line.
Fresno State, that's their second.
And a timeout going to be spent by Fresno State. Here's a big play, the 47-yarder that got him down to where they are now.
Oh, listen, Griffin, you see this right off the edge. EJ just stands there, takes the hit, and throws a dime. Josiah Freeman on the run. That was massive. Just to flip the field on one play alone in this 2-minute situation was clutch for this. And that's the thing, again, I go back to E.J. Warner. Like, he's just very, very methodical. He processes extremely well. He understands immediately where he's going to go pre-snap and post-snap. He knows he's going to get hit in the face, and sure enough, he stands there and delivers. And now they're in prime position to possibly extend the lead going into the half.
All righty, so here we go. A second down and 7. Fresno State trying to pile on to this 6-3 lead. Excellent protection. And the catch is made on the far side and down to the 10-yard line. Actually went backwards on that reception, did Freeman. Although they're going to spot it, I think, around the 9 and not at the 10 where he was actually tackled. In fact, they're going to do him even better than that and give him forward progress to the 8. With 44 seconds left. And Matt Entz, a 53-year-old native of Waterloo, Iowa. Going to talk things over. We invite you to kick off 2026 NXT New Year's Eve on the CW. The superstars of NXT collide on a night built for action. One night, no limits. Tune in for that. I know, Wes, you'll be dialed in on that. Of course, I don't know if we can talk to Wes anymore. He's down there carrying on with Snoop Dogg.
You're right. See, he left us. He's out there hanging out.
High and dry. Front runner if there ever was one.
Not just big league or big league us.
That's exactly right. Big league operator, and he is big league Gus officially. All right, third down and 2. And they give it to the big body down there. Very, very close. I don't think Gilliam got it. I don't think he got there.
Yeah, they run that counter. Their favorite play, their favorite running play on offense, that is, and Miami Ohio just stands up strong. Looks like they're going to let this go down. Kick this and get out of here.
Timeout, Fresno State. That's their third. 30 seconds.
And you know, it's another situation here where if you're Miami, you're saying, okay, you know, once they got down inside the red zone, our defense really stood tall and denied a touchdown. Of course, the flip side of all that, if you're Fresno, you're thinking, man, you know, after that opening drive for the RedHawks where Miami kicked a field goal, you have completely shut down the RedHawks, and yet you've been unable to take advantage of an interception, a blocked punt, and now a couple of big plays that get you inside the 10, and more than what conceivably will be a 9-3 halftime lead. Snap, hold, and Lynch is a perfect 3 for 3 in the game. So that's the way we'll go to the half in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice. Miami scored 3 on its first drive. And then 9 unanswered points scored by the Bulldogs. Wes Bryant is standing by, waiting on Coach Matt Entz. And let's go downstairs. Wes?
I'm down here with Coach Matt Entz, and Coach, the defense, I mean, it is physical down here. Points and yards are coming at a premium. What have you seen?
Well, it's the same thing. Both teams playing at a high level. We got to do a better job in the red zone. We've been down here 3 times, got 9 points. There's opportunities for us. And then we can't have silly penalties. Otherwise, we're doing it. That first quarter, we struggled to flip the field, and we finally got a little momentum in the second quarter.
Now, after you got that turnover, it seems like you found a few things. Is that part of the adjustments for the second half?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we saw some gap scheme, run game started to work really well. I think you'll see more of that as we get in the second half.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All righty, so it is halftime, and that means we're going to hear and see from Snoop Dogg, and he'll be up here in the third quarter with us. So you'll want to stick around for that for sure. How about that play? Big league play made by the veteran.
Back here in Tucson, Arizona for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Fresno State on top 9-3 against this Miami of Ohio team. Now, there were some struggles offensively from a Fresno State perspective in that first quarter. Started to come alive in the second quarter, leading to a couple of field goals. We also saw some explosive plays. For a little bit more of what to expect in the second half, Tom Brenneman, Will Blackman have a little bit more inside that broadcast booth where I know Snoop Dogg will be joining them in just a few moments. Guys?
He sure will, Yammer. Thank you very much. And look, this is the kind of game, quite honestly, Will, we talked about it before the opening kickoff that we expected. These are 2 really good defensive teams that at times this year have been offensively challenged.
Yeah, exactly. 2 well-coached teams, but there was a lot of the unexpected. We had everything. We had turnovers. We had blocked punts. Yep. We had explosive plays, but nevertheless, even though it's 9-3, it's still been a very entertaining football game.
Very entertaining, and we expect things to open up a little bit more, I would imagine, in this second half. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so, too. You look at Fresno State, they were finally able to get some explosive plays in the passing game despite not able to do anything in the first quarter. But then also Miami of Ohio, like, they've been doing well in the run game and haven't been able to generate stuff. The thing where Fresno State's been killing them have been the penalties, right? That final 2-minute drive before they were able to get the turnover, they had that one penalty where he threw them out of bounds, so that was costly for them.
And, of course, a huge turnover for Miami going in for a potential touchdown with 2 minutes left to go in the half. Let's go downstairs. Wes Bryant.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Chuck Martin of Miami of Ohio, and he called their passing game anemic. He said from blocking from the offensive line to the quarterback to route running, he said it was all bad. He also said that they need to keep running the football the way that they did, just not fumble the ball. He said Fresno State isn't doing anything that they didn't expect, so hopefully he can expect a better second half from his RedHawks.
Okay, Miami will get the football to begin the second half. Miami won the toss, deferred to getting it, and they almost played it to perfection. Were it not for that fumble inside the 20-yard line, In the final minute and a half of the opening half, they conceivably could have scored, field goal, touchdown, then gotten the ball right back again to start the second half. That's the way you draw it up.
Yeah, I kind of jinxed them. I said they were in a perfect position, and right after I said that, they had the fumble.
We're going to return this one out across the 20, and right at the 21-yard line is Keith Reynolds. So let's see what the second half has in store for the RedHawks and their freshman quarterback, Thomas Gostkowski. You see only 3 completions for 33 yards through an interception.
Yeah, they did try to get some explosives to Cam Perry, and they played that to perfection. So, I mean, you got to go back to the ground game. That's been very effective for you, especially in the first quarter. They kind of got away from it a little bit.
First down, they're going to try to run it. And it'll be a gain of close to 3 with Jordan Brunson. And stick around because Snoop Dogg is expected to be joining us momentarily.
But I still try to find ways to get Cam Perry involved. Yes, he's known for flipping the field, catching those explosive plays down the field, but get him involved early, right? He's also really good after the catch as well.
All right, Gostkowski going to be forced to run it. And he's out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. It'll bring up a third down, but he made something out of nothing. And certainly a much more manageable third down try for the RedHawks.
But it's interesting on that play. You can see the experience difference between him and E.J. Warner right there. He did have Cam Perry across the middle. And if he just stood there, he knew he was going to get hit. He didn't stand deliver. He escaped the pocket. And again, that goes back to his inexperience. He should have delivered it there. He had Cam across the middle.
All right, third down and 5 for Miami. I mean, all of the momentum right now clearly in favor of Fresno State. Good protection this time. And a throw and a catch is made by Dion Colsey. And that is a first down for Miami.
Yeah, Dion, another one of those big body receivers, possession receivers on the outside. Transfer from Notre Dame does an awesome job catching that football, cradling down for the first.
All right, up to the 37-yard line. And Gostkowski going to turn and hand it off. And not much running room for Deshaunte Jones. He is a freshman out of Glenville High School in Cleveland, Ohio. Their longtime head coach, Ted Ginn Sr. Won a state championship with Deshaunte Jones there a couple of years ago. What a program Ted Ginn Sr. runs out of Cleveland Glenville High School, public high school in Cleveland, and a football powerhouse, and so many NFL players, including his son, Ted Ginn Jr. out of that program. Gostkowski lets it fly and just thrown out of bounds. He took another big hit, and he's taken a lot of those in his game.
I mentioned him standing and delivering, knowing he's going to get hit, and man, he got taken out. I first met Ted Ginn Sr. I played in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl down there in Texas, and he was one of the coaches for the other side. So it was really cool to meet him, and then eventually they got to know his son.
Yeah. In fact, I saw his son is going to
right with the spring leagues to be a head coach himself.
Yes, looking forward to that. All right, they're going to roll out Gostkowski, and he throws into coverage. I'm not so sure who he was looking at or looking for down the field. I mean, Reynolds was down there, but he was blanketed in coverage.
Yeah, in mid-route, he threw his arms up as if he was trying to get the flag. And usually, really good back judges or field judges, they're going to, if you're not working to get open, unless it's blatant, they're not going to throw that flag.
So yet another drive stalls for Miami. Its first drive, it went 9 plays for 45 yards. That's going to check up and eventually bounce into the end zone. All righty, so Fresno State gets a... All right, here he is, the man, the legend, Snoop Dogg in the house.
Hold on, he got shades on. Hold on, I got to get my shoulder on, man.
Come on, Will. What you doing? Will, you slipping, man?
My
Catch up. There you go.
My apologies.
There you go, bro. Chill, Will. There you go.
Good to see you again,
You
man.
on now.
How you doing?
I'm good, brother. Happy to be back here, man. Second annual. I mean, the people, the city, the town. I mean, it's been crazy. Tucson, Arizona showing up.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, now look, before we go any further, okay? Before the game, we were watching you trying to throw the ball 50 yards.
Yes.
You were right there, over and over.
46,
the competitor in you.
46. There you go,
Yeah, I mean, you kept throwing, and I said, look at this guy,
46.
man. So then they threw a ball back to you, and you drop it. And Will, what did you say? Say it to his face.
I said, look, I seen him drop the football. I said, I got to tax him for some push-ups. But then,
Hello.
redeem
Man,
yourself.
Get
Redeem
back.
yourself.
Talk to me, Will.
Redeem yourself.
Talk to me,
Redeem
Will.
yourself.
Yes. Ain't that what we do? We live for the next play, right?
That's what it is.
That's what a football player's attitude is, to live for the next play.
But see, this is what I always say is, what time is it? If you drop something in the pregame, here's where you were cut that thing loose. I thought you had it.
Come on, man. I used to could do it.
Dude, I was impressed. I was impressed. Are you kidding me?
I used to could do it. It got away from me.
But that was no warm-up, though. You just went out there and threw the ball.
That's how I get out. I don't warm up. I don't practice. And that's my problem. I don't practice.
Who was it? Al Harry? He said, you ever seen a cheetah stretch? That's what he told me when I was a rookie.
That's a good line. Carry and a couple of yards on the pickup on a 2nd down and 12. So you're down on the field. You've been down there the whole game. What are your impressions of the game so far?
Great defensive battle. When they get in the red zone, they get tense. It's a few things that was open that they should have went back to. A couple of mismatches, but I think they'll figure it out in the second half. But I feel like it's a good game on both sides. Fresno trying to, like, set the tone right now because you know they is dogs.
And dogs bite.
And they
Did
do
you
bite.
say that? That your quote?
They bite,
Did I
then they
borrow
bark.
that? You're right.
Yeah, they bite, then they bark.
All right, so a 3rd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs.
Is that little Kurt Warner at quarterback?
He
It
is.
is. And they dump it off, and this is going to be a
He got
big
wheels.
game.
He got wheels. He got wheels. He got wheels.
Field Freeman all the way to the 28-yard line.
What freeways do they have out here in Arizona?
The 10.
Well, he was on the 10. Full speed ahead. Believe it. He had his carpool. He had his carpool sign on. He was gone. That's Cinco. I talked to him before half because, remember, he dropped a pass in the back of the end zone. I said, look here, man. Real receivers know how to drop and get back to it. And he got back to it. He only like he wanted. That's Cinco. I call him Cinco.
Absolutely. He's been constant today. He's been killing it for them right now, being their constant veteran on the outside. Big body receiver.
Yeah, little Kurt Warner out there making things happen, huh? Trying to step out the shadow of his Paul's name.
Yeah, and his dad couldn't come today because he had to work an NFL game
Oh, he did?
tomorrow, and so he couldn't come. His son's final home game.
Hey, Kurt, don't worry about it. I got you. You know what I'm saying? He in good hands with Uncle Snoop. I'm going to take care of him. You understand me?
But that is the tough part about the business, just sports and entertainment, right? Your sacrifice. Like today is my son's birthday. Yeah, well, you know what I mean? So sometimes we got to handle business. But
Hey, imagine that on Christmas, I was at Minnesota performing, and my family was back home, but it was necessary. It needed to be done. Sometimes we have to go do what we have to do to keep the thing moving, to keep the show flowing.
And you're still married to your high school sweetheart.
What? That's my baby, my shot.
High
my
school
boo-boo. Hi, boo-boo.
sweetheart. Some people may not know that about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've been together for a long time. We've been together since Jaws was a goldfish. Believe that.
oh, check out our ump cam now. This is the best part. You actually feel like a linebacker with this ump camera.
Oh, they put. Oh,
yes.
This is in the game. Okay, I like this.
In the game.
Oh, I like that.
You see the fits, you see the gaps,
and you see who ain't making plays.
You see who ain't making.
You see who pulling up. I seen the pull up. You ain't supposed to be pulling up, brother. Not on defense. You're supposed to go throwing. Okay, motion. Quick toss. 28 toss to the outside. He cuts back in, dipping and diving. Nowhere to go.
All right, now I want to ask you about your kids. The kids that are going to be playing, that have been playing in your league all year long, that you started all the way. Hard to believe, first of all, that was 20 years ago. You started at South Central, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. And how many kids you got playing out across the country, roughly?
Wow, roughly probably about 2,000 playing across the country right now. We got 40 in the NFL. That's since 2005. We got guys that are playing in the playoffs, guys that have won Super Bowls. I mean, It's what it's all about. Putting this in front of them, giving them foundation, and letting them grow with it.
Did you find out, by the way, that the kid who plays for Fresno State, that he's an alumnus of the Snoop League?
There's two of them out there. Speedy, number 2, the running back.
Right.
That's my guy, Speedy Deuce. And then there's another guy that was playing in the IE. He came up to me, he had a little mask on. He's like, I played for your league. I'm like, let me see your face.
I know, get the shiesty off.
What are you doing? You gonna take it off, man. Let me look at you.
They're young, man. They still learning.
How cool is that, though, when you see
Man,
it?
it's beautiful to see that these kids that have played in my league.
They're Speedy right there.
Yeah, man, they played in my league and they become young men, they become grown men, and they still call me coach. That's the most beautiful part about it, is that they still call me coach.
Do you sometimes, when you hear them call you coach, you're like, man, sometimes you forget because you do so much.
I do forget. It's crazy, Will, that you say that, because I do so much. I do forget about what I meant to them. But the minute they say coach, then I understand that what coaches meant to me in my life, what my coaches meant, what my teachers meant, what my mentors meant. And when I see my coach and I call him coach to this day, that's what it feels like when they call me coach to this day, that I really mean something to them. And I treasure that relationship.
Some may have wondered, would they go here, coach, on 4th down and 3? But if you kick a field goal here, you go up by 9. So, you make it a 2-score game. If they're able to convert, even though it's 4th down and you're inside the red. Oh, boy. And I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you did.
Here's that catch. Walk us through it now, Snoop.
Well, what it was, the ball was coming towards the end of the end zone. I was just back here doing an interview, and I seen the ball in the air, and I said, I got to make a play. Oh, I got to make a play. Make a play, dog. Don't let it go. Possession. In there. Fall in, dog. Get it together. Let's go. 6.
The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, is brought to you by Fresh Pet. Healthy food fresh from the fridge. Some of the pictures through the years since you started, and how about that check today?
Come on, man.
Raising Cane's.
Todd Graves. He is a lifesaver. He's always been there for me in my league. Great guy from Raising Cane's. Great job.
What was that, a hundo?
A hundo to the league, I mean, when you care about the league, it ain't about how much. It's about the, the passion of being able to believe in. When they donate to my league, it's always beautiful because it goes to the kids. They get a chance to enjoy it, and different things get to happen.
Well, they're lucky that pass wasn't intercepted and taken to the house
They're
there.
going Cinco. Tell you, Cinco not playing. He jumped that, too. That's what you call jumping it. That's what you call jumping it right. It should have been a flag on 4. It should have been a flag on 4. You can't block him doing that. Way to jump that, 5. Good job. Good job. You never know who's watching. There may be an NFL team watching, coming to see somebody else.
They right over there in the booth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You never know. I like this quarterback. He's a little composed. When he get in the red zone, he get a little bit of jittery. Get it out there. Watch out. You got somebody on your head, boy.
He was able to get it away.
Yeah, the thing about Gostowski, he is the 3rd-string quarterback, took over at the end of the season.
And only a redshirt freshman. It'll be interesting to see what Miami decides to do during the offseason, all the stuff with the portal. What do you think of all that stuff? I know you're dialed in on football.
I kind of like it. I like the portal because, let me tell you why I like it. For many years, coaches would just leave on the player after they would get him to commit, and then the player would just be stuck with a new coach or whatnot. So now they need to feel what it feels like when we got the power to shake, rattle, and roll in the move. And when we got the power to make money off of us, and we got the power to market and brand us. Because for many years, I sent a lot of kids to colleges, and they would make a lot of money off of jerseys for colleges, and they would never get none of the money, and they could never get nothing. So now I'm happy that they're able to eat and become businessmen and become financial literate.
He just threw his hands up, said, hopefully they hit my hands.
That's quite a catch right there. Looking into the sun, and then he got hit as soon as he had it in his fingertips.
See, when you're hot, you don't pay attention to the sun. You are the dad, and that is the sun.
Listen, my trick for catching the football in the sun is I tell my kids, catch the black dot. If you look up in the sun, you'll see a black dot.
It's coming.
And that's usually, it's going to be, hopefully it's the football, not a bird.
You crazy for that one, the black dot, huh?
That's it.
Does that actually work, Will?
It does, yeah. When I had to return punts, man, in the league, I had to look up, and instead of always having to put my hand up, because sometimes it could look like a fair catch, I would just practice on just, okay, let me just find where the football is, and usually it would cross the sun.
Wow.
See the black dot.
The previous play is under review.
I think they're trying to see if he caught the ball, because you'll see a little
He
bit
didn't
of
have
a
possession. He didn't have full possession as they was pulling him out of bounds. He had his hands around him, but was he bobbling or was he holding?
He took that hit, and after he initially caught it, it looked like the hit sort of jarred it loose. But the question is, did he hang on while he was still in bounds? So
okay, here we go. Catch. Not possession, not possession, not possession, not possession, not possession, not a catch. Not a catch. He never had full possession. He constantly rigged. You see how it's
there it
moving?
goes. It pops up. Exactly.
Not happening. That was good defense. 3 came through. That's what that. See how he hit that ball? You tell a DB to do that. Follow through. Go all the way through the whole play. Do not stop because he caught the ball. You never know. Keep fighting.
Yeah, that's Al Zillion Hamilton. He's going to be in the league.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, he's an outstanding cornerback.
Yep.
Well, he just fought through and showed his work right there.
Yeah, he is a really, really good player and has been for a long time at Fresno State. So what else you doing with your time? I mean, you talk about the performance the other night, by the way, at halftime. I mean, what a mixture of different sort of genres of music that you were a part of that night.
Man, it was beautiful because you got people that I looked up to like Bocelli. I had the opportunity to meet him, stand on stage with him and sing alongside of him. You got Lainey Wilson, and you got the Demon Hunters, who all the little girls loving them right now. They just a sensation right now. It just was a beautiful culmination of people coming together to bring music in a loving atmosphere on the day that we celebrate love the most, which is Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah, and it was seamless, like the way y'all put it together. It was really well done. Really well received too. Everyone thought it was one of the best halftime shows in a while.
Oh, thank you, man.
You were looking good that night.
I was wearing red. My mother's favorite color was red, so I was representing Mama, you know what I'm saying, to the fullest.
Nothing to do with Santa?
Oh,
on
no,
Christmas?
no.
Nothing. Just Mom. Mom and love, right? The
I don't
color
know
of
about
love.
no Santa Claus. I better stop believing in Santa Claus, dog. That's not a catch. His butt is outside. His cheeks is outside the line.
It's taking a long time to come to some kind of
All they got to
conclusion.
do is ask me and I tell them what it is. I'm up here in the booth. Come up here and ask me. I tell you, it's not a catch. Overruled. Overruled. It's not a catch. I'm the booth. I am the review man. Come on.
Hey, now,
ask me.
I got to ask you one question. I read today, and this is not breaking news, I know,
After
but
review, the receiver did not maintain possession of the ball.
I told you that.
Incomplete pass.
Ref, you owe me a beer for that. For that late
gin
call.
and juice,
You owe me some gin and juice for that late call, buddy.
I got a question for you. Of all the incredible things that have happened in your life, whether it's your long-time marriage, the birth of your children, all those kinds of things, okay, those are the personal things, right? I read where you are going to be the first ever honorary captain for the United States Olympic team coming up for the Winter Games.
Mm-hmm. Coach Snoop.
Where does that rank? What an incredible honor that is.
I mean, for them to consider me as a coach for these Olympians who've been practicing for the past 4 years, and it just shows that they believe in me as far as my wisdom and my knowledge as a teacher and as a coach. And I really appreciate that, and I take it serious, and I don't play no games. I get a chance to meet their families, meet them, and go inside the mind of an athlete that trains for the Olympics. It's different than an athlete that plays professional sports because they only get one shot at it every 4 years. So to be able to dive into their heads and them and see what it takes and see the family and the whole build of it all, I'm honored. I'm pleased. I guess they think Snoop Dogg know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? For them to give me that opportunity like that.
Will, you put your shades on. Snoop's got
That's chill,
shades
Will,
on.
man. Stop calling him Will.
As soon as he said
That's
chill, Will, I just I forgot the game was on, Tommy.
I mean, you know,
I meant to ask you about just why was it important for you to be a part of the Arizona Bowl from the beginning?
Well, I felt like a bowl game was perfect for what I've been doing for football. Sending kids through high school, through college ranks, similar to the NFL. But a bowl game could solidify me in football and the NCAA as far as being able to reach back and do something different and give an opportunity to create an atmosphere for bowl games that don't exist anymore. If you're not playing in the playoffs, your bowl game don't really matter too much. But somehow, some way, the Arizona Bowl, brought to you by Snoop and Dre and Gin and Juice, at a packed house, great TV audience, and it's a beautiful thing for the community. So it's like, I commend the NCAA for reaching out and thinking that I could possibly pull this off, and we doing it. This is our second year. We started off with a little bitty number before I got here. Then last year we had 40,000. As I look in the crowd right now, that look way more than 40,000.
Do you feel like it's like a sign of validation in terms of what you're doing, in terms of your whole involvement just in the football community, is to have a bowl game?
I think it's pushed the crown on the football league. Now, because this is the second year that I had kids that played in my league play in this game. So how beautiful is that to say, okay, I have a bowl game that have kids that have played in my league in this bowl game. God is good.
Amen. Well, you know, Snoop, and you've been good. You've been good to a lot of people. I mean, you know, you've been like a lot of people out there, okay? I mean, been through a lot of tough lessons in life and learned from it and grown from it.
Yes.
And realized once you had success, that there were people that probably gave you a chance at some point in time, right?
Yes, sir. And it's all about giving, and you know, the gift that keeps on giving. When you learn, you're supposed to teach. And the things that I've learned, I teach, and I continue to teach. And my football league is a great representation of what my teaching looks like, 20 years in the making. So if you learn, you should be able to teach. And if you're able to listen, you should be able to learn.
But your league's more about just playing football, though.
My league is about football, brotherhood, on the field, off the field, relationships, staying in your life, keeping you out of trouble, trying to avoid the negative things that happen in the community that you're accustomed to, but breaking you out of that and showing you different things.
There he is.
Love them kids, man. Snoop love the kids, man, and they love me too. I love y'all, man. Don't make me cry. Go to commercial for cry. Get out of
here. Marching band booming, colors on blast.
You'll do some live for us here?
Yes, sir. CW, doing trouble, folks. Snoop Dogg on the microphone, sitting in the middle of the people on the broadcast. Oh, boy. Arizona Bowl. Too cold, in control, don't fold. Yes, sir.
Oh, Tommy.
I tell you what.
Tommy, he passed the mic. Tommy, what's happening?
Yeah, Tommy, what's that, dog?
I can move now. I'm telling you right now. I can't move. I got the beat.
We're going to call him Tom Cat. Yeah, Snoop Dogg with the Tom Cat.
All right, let me ask. Second year in a row, we've been with the Tom Cat. All right, college football playoff, right? Getting ready to kick into gear here at the middle of next week. We're going to put up the matchups, and let's have the Snoop Dogg picks for these games. How's that sound to you?
Easy call.
Okay.
I'll get cracking.
Okay. Going to get Snoop's picks here in a second. Miami looking for some kind of offense here. Scored a field goal on its first possession of the game and having a hard time just getting first downs.
They go in empty backfield. He was sprinting out, sprint right, throw back to the left, throwing the dirt. I don't like those sprint right plays like that. I don't like those.
All right, Oregon beat Texas Tech.
Oregon, Texas Tech. Wow, that's going to be a good one right there.
Yeah.
And they playing in Texas Tech?
No, it's just a neutral
site. Neutral site. I'm going to go with Oregon. I'm going to stay on the west with that one.
Okay, Alabama, Indiana.
Oh, that's going to be a doozy right there. Indiana coach, I like him. I can't front, I like him. I like that get out. I'm going to go with Indiana.
Okay, Ole Miss, Georgia.
Georgia. Because their coach walked out on him, didn't he leave?
Yeah, he did.
Old Lane Kiffin.
Yep.
Just dipped out in the middle. All right, I'll be back. Holla at y'all.
All right, and then last but not least, you got Miami against the defending champion Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio State showed some kinks in their armor.
Yes, they did.
I seen some kinks in that armor, buddy. And Miami got Michael Irvin on the sideline acting a damn fool. So I'm going to go with the Canes, baby.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm going against the grain.
Yeah.
I'm going with the U, baby.
I went south on the Snoop
Uncle
Dogg.
Luke, I'm going with the U, baby.
Keep coming.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Go.
All right, okay, now that we have those picks in, if you were the commissioner, what would you change?
The first thing I would change is, think about basketball, right? NCAA. It's 64 teams that make the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And it's always exciting. You never know what's going to happen. I would add 24. I would go 24, take 2 games out, get all that championship stuff out of the way and go 24 teams into the season, get cracking and see who's going to win it all.
Really?
Yeah, because it'd be too many teams on the outskirts that don't get that shot, that they always crying and complaining. And when it gets to this time of the season, you really start to understand who are the elite teams, but some of the elite teams' records don't reflect that. They became elite as they got moving. So if you had 24, then there's no excuse. You're going to let everybody get in, those who ain't supposed to be and those who are supposed to be. Then it's going to be upset and Cinderella things happening, which that's what March Madness is beautiful. Because you don't know what can happen. A 16 seed could be the 1 seed. So I feel like more teams, 24 at the max, makes it a 2-week experience.
That's a lot of football, though.
It is, but take the championships out. Take all of that big, this championship game, cut them out and just go straight to this.
But how do you feel, too, with like teams like Tulane and James Madison getting in and then getting blasted like that?
That's what I mean. It could have been, what I'm trying to say is,
like Notre Dame,
the team that needed Notre Dame and all of that should have been in there, didn't get in there because they're conference and all that. No, not the conference. Just put the 24 best teams in there and let them get cracking. Then it's going to go from 24 to 12, then 12 to 6, then 6 to 2, and then it's over.
Then we got one.
Now, I know the day's going to come. You're going to keep, you're going to keep pounding away here in Tucson, Arizona, because they've been good for you and you've been good for them.
Yes.
But there's going to come a day where the national championship game is sponsored by Snoop Dogg.
I feel that. I feel it's going to happen. But right now, I like the shoes I'm in with this Arizona Bowl. Arizona feels like real love. It's community-based. I'm up close and personal. The people here, the businesses here, the Native Americans here. It's just so much that Arizona gives me that it's not even about money. It's about the feeling, and the feeling that we got at this Arizona Bowl, I don't think it can be replaced no matter what game you're trying to get.
I'm with you. Kim Adair runs this bowl. She does a phenomenal job.
Amazing job.
And her entire staff.
And they take care of the veterans. It's just such a great event where it's money being given back, it's people being celebrated. That's what I love, where it's not about me, it's about we. This is a we thing, not a G thing.
Speaking of veterans, Tommy, tell me about the referee you mentioned about.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, the referee of this game is a guy, you're barely old enough, Snoop, to remember, although I know you do remember, the bombing of the Marine base in Lebanon back in 1983, okay? He was a Marine on that base. After the explosion, they found his body 4 days later. 4 days later in the rubble. They told him he'd never walk again. And look at him right now.
Is that the ref that threw the coin up?
Yep.
That's my guy. He put a coin in my pocket on the way out. I knew he was special, man. It's my guy right there, man. He put a coin in my pocket, man. That's my guy. Salute. Yada to me. We got America.
Snoop, talk about them Steelers.
Oh, we looking good right now.
Talk about them Steelers.
I got to check on that Raven game to see what that score is. You got to see what we doing over there. Make sure everything is going according to plans. But
they're peaking.
Who?
The Steelers.
We're going to be all right. We're going to be just fine. We peaking right now. We're going to get right where we need to get. We went up in Detroit and did that and took them on a downhill slide. You understand me? So all we need to do is just get in.
Are you one game at a time right now with the Steelers? Is that how you feel? I was going to ask you who's going to win it all, but you won.
Let's go, Will. Come on, Will. You didn't play this game. Let's go one game at a time. Let's not try to look at the next week. We got to go one game at a time.
Be who's in front of you.
Oh, that was a nice ball.
Yep, third down, and we're going to let you run. We got yelled at for keeping you in the booth too long.
Hey, man, don't nobody run me but me. I love being up here with y'all, man. I fit in like a glove, man. I fit magically. Look at this. This is magically delicious right here. Look at this flavor right here. This is a beautiful shot right here, man. CW, what y'all doing, man? Get us together. Tomcat, Chill Will, and the big boss dog. Oh, boy.
There we go. Some of that.
Appreciate you.
We love you, man.
My man.
We love you. Thank you for everything.
Let's go, man.
Your boss over here is saying, I got something to say at it.
Let's go, man. Look at that Snoop Dogg. He so much love.
I like the apricot flavor.
Apricot good. Don't drink too much, Will.
Well, today's broadcast of the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice is brought to you by Fresh Pet. Healthy food, fresh from the fridge. Man, how delightful was that? Having Snoop Dogg in the booth with us. Here's the pass throw. Was that caught in bounds?
They got the toe tap in there, Tommy.
Wow, how about that catch? Harold Duvall, a true freshman. Only had 3 catches during the entire year. He is a former 4-star high school recruit from a year ago. And now Fresno State on the verge of making it mighty tough, even with nearly an entire quarter to go on these Miami RedHawks.
Yeah, so far, they've just been in complete control of this football game, moving the ball downfield, even though, again, it's a 9-3 score.
And our beautiful aerial pictures brought to you by Lucas Oil. Sun setting. This entire city surrounded by 3 separate mountain ranges. That's a dangerous throw there, and that's going to be a late hit on the quarterback, and that's going to be a 15-yarder. Would have been an incomplete pass.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 2, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Devin Bell with the hit.
Yeah, just momentum-wise, that's just looked like how the game has been going. Fresno State right now with about 320 yards total offense to Miami's 148.
45 of Miami's 148 yards came on the first drive of the game, which led to a field goal. They had a great drive going just before halftime. Strong running inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line by Arsenault. Been a bevy of backs that have seen action in this game and carries for Fresno State, averaging about 3.5 yards a carry, so they're not burning it up. But you've got Ramirez, Donaldson, Luke, Arsenault, the quarterback, and Gilliam. 6 different runners with 4 or more rushing attempts in this game for a team that ran for over 2,000 yards during the regular season.
Yeah, the tough thing, though, is even though, as you mentioned, it's only like 3.5 a pop, you're getting a fresh running back every single time. So you're not getting a fatigued player carrying the football. You have a new body every time, and also a different body style you have to defend. So even though it's only 3.5 yards per attempt, it's still wearing down the defense.
All right, so it's 3rd down and about a foot for a first down. They've got those 2. The quarterback's just going to take it, Warner, and they push him forward, and that is enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, for an offense that's not really known for really taking chunk plays, for them averaging 14 yards a completion is beyond impressive.
All right, it is Gilliam, and he gets a yard. This is where Miami has really tightened the belt on numerous trips inside the red zone for Fresno State. But can they do it yet again? 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, this is great. They're just taking their sweet time down here, right? Getting first downs and just letting the clock run the football.
Boy, the disparity in rushing yards is staggering, but that's the MO on this team. And a wide open in the end zone. And that is a touchdown to Richie Anderson III from E.J. Warner. First touchdown by either team in the game. And it comes with 11-12 to go in the final quarter.
Just a beautiful job. That's what happens when the running game is doing so well. I know it sounds cliche and obvious with the play action game. I mean, he fooled everybody, even me. I was looking at the run game as well.
Yep. So they're going to try and make it a 17-3 game and go for 2. And they have the quarterback flanked far to the left, and they have Gilliam in the shotgun. He's going to flip it to the quarterback, who throws and knocked down. That could have been a 2-point the other way, and he caught that ball and raced the distance. But instead, incomplete on the 2-point failed 2-point try. But a touchdown, an easy one for the Bulldogs. Starting to pull away from the RedHawks. All right, 15-3, Fresno State leading Miami of Ohio. 11-12 to go from Tucson, Arizona. Boy, what has turned into a beautiful, beautiful night here in the desert.
It really has been raining all over the West Coast. Yeah, got a perfect day. Perfect day for football.
So Miami with some work to do, and they got to get it done in a hurry. Coming up next Sunday, CW Women's Basketball returns as Cal heads to Raleigh to take on ACC heavyweight NC State. CW Women's Hoops, Cal versus NC State next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, only on the CW. Some great women's basketball all season long, and men's basketball starts a week from today here on the CW. Have a doubleheader for you, including the 12th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels on the road at SMU.
I'm going to join you in the booth one day. I'm not kidding.
I would love to have you. But you've been traveling across the country every single week. I mean, look, yeah, first world problems, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, you've been getting on a plane and flying from California every single week to Atlantic Coast Conference country and then all the way back.
And
you ain't coming back for a
it's go time. I love hoops.
Well, you mentioned your son's birthday. He's in the middle of his basketball season right now.
Yeah, son Ryder he turns 15 today, so excited for him. It's crazy just to think about that.
It's my wife's birthday today.
Look at us.
After 25-year anniversary about a month ago, not even a month ago. Happy birthday, Pauls. Look forward to celebrating later on tonight.
Yeah, see, it's been that kind of day for the RedHawks. Just nothing really working for them in the air, on the ground. They, like you mentioned, they got going early. You know, that very first drive with the ground game, which is what they have been known for, but just been able to do anything in the pass game. And I look at it, if I'm Fresno State, where I'm Nick Bitter, and I'm thinking, like, look, you know, we got this kid, this third-string quarterback. We're one of the best pass defenses in the entire country.
Yep.
We have nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
yeah, they're just putting their ears back and lining up and trying to confuse him, and it's working.
They only allow 160 passing yards per game. And with an interception in this game, 20 of those for the season. Gostkowski going to run it, steps out of bounds. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the RedHawks.
Yeah, and it's plays like this. You know, I understand he's trying to protect the football, not trying to throw turnovers, but they're just forcing on the park. He's deciding to run, and there's really nowhere to throw the football. You took that one shot down the field to your best player, and it got picked off. But they got to go up top again.
And they're starting to get tight on time. We're closing in on 10 minutes to go. Good protection this time, and a nice throw this time. And the catch is made by Cole Weaver. Sophomore, he's got a bright future ahead of him out of Roswell, Georgia. Beat Embry on the play, and that'll be a 1st down. There is a penalty flag down on the field right around the 50.
Looked like a late hit.
After discussion, there is no foul for targeting. 1st down.
Boy, I'm having a hard time understanding how that's not. That's dropping your head and head-to-head right into the receiver. How about that?
Yeah, I think right now for Miami of Ohio, they should instantly start going tempo. Just get going. Try to quickly get down the field and get some points.
Well, they're going to run it to Brunson. And he's down to the 42-yard line. Stayed on his feet, extra effort, and was able to pick up another first down. But they continue. Now they're going to go into hurry up, as you suggested.
I don't think he even knew he was still up.
No. Good awareness here. But you're right. He didn't look like he knew. Wasn't sure anyway.
Don't stop till you hear a whistle. Football 101.
And there's another penalty that's going to come against Fresno State.
Oh, that is tough. I'll tell you what. that one is tough.
Oye there, I believe, is the
Personal
one.
foul, roughing the passer.
Yep.
Defense number 86. 15-yard
86.
penalty, automatic first down.
It's 96.
He didn't extend his arms or anything. I get it. You can't breathe on him. Can't look at him.
Nope.
Leave the quarterbacks alone.
Leave him alone.
He is in disbelief.
All right, so they'll fire up the clock. We got 9:33 to go with the snap of the football. And Miami in desperate need of a touchdown ASAP.
False start. Everyone but the center. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
I love when they call that. Just everybody.
The whole team.
Everyone moved.
Well, Chuck Martin's team, they only brought back 2 starters on defense, none on offense, from the team that won this Snoop Dogg Bowl game a year ago. Starting a freshman quarterback in this one against one of the best defenses in the country, and he has been chased all game long. And the guy after him right there, really an incredible story in college football, is number 19. Finn Claypool. This guy was a first-team, 2-time All-American, playing it great. 37 career sacks, 62 career tackles for a loss. And he bumps all the way up to the FBS level this year, and he's had a solid year. 7 sacks and 10 tackles for loss.
Yeah, high motor, relentless pursuit. You know, just that energy alone is what got him to where he is.
Second down, and Gostkowski has some running room if he wants it, and then closing fast is Alzillian Hamilton. That's the young man you were talking about when Snoop was in here. They think he's going to play professionally this time next year.
Yeah, he's CB1, cornerback number 1 for this defense. Hasn't been really tried or tested today for a great reason. But also, this defense has given him so many pictures. The play before this, you had both safeties come down to the line of scrimmage as if they were showing 0 pressure, and then one of them quickly burst to the secondary, and it confused Gostkowski.
For Hamilton, this is his 37th start, his 28th consecutively at Fresno State.
Prior to the delay of game, timeout, Miami University.
We'll take the timeout with them. 8:43 to go. Miami still with a fighting chance.
My team is the best. We play hard, all grind, no rest.
3 of the CW's hit series. Wild Cards begins on Monday, January the 26th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on the CW. Catch up, by the way, on seasons 1 and 2 now on the CW app. All right, 3rd down and 10 for Miami. Without a doubt, 4-down territory. Trailing by 12. Gostkowski rolling, and it's incomplete. I mean, he basically has no chance from the time he catches a shotgun snap. And you go back to that injury by their starting left tackle, Eric Smith, very early in the game. They were already without their starting right tackle going into this game. So they moved the right guard to right tackle. Then early in the game, when Smith, the left tackle, gets hurt, they moved the left guard to left tackle. So there's a lot of moving parts here.
They're just overloaded blitzing every time. So right now, this is for sure 4-down territory for them. And hopefully he can find some space to put a good throw down the field. But boom.
Well, that's it. That pretty much ties the ribbon around this one on a 4th down sack of Gostkowski. Jazon Jacks getting the sack, the junior out of East Palo Alto, California.
I mean, that is a Hollywood choreographed tackle right there. That was any given Sunday, Willie Beeman getting hit.
Jack's the only returning starter on this defense. That gives you an idea. And look, there are better days ahead for Gostkowski. We mentioned that when the summer practice began, he was 3rd string on the depth chart. You know, I thought Chuck Martin said something very interesting about Gostkowski, where, you know, look, he started taking a bunch of ribbing from some of the other freshmen who felt like they were never going to play.
Right.
And he said, this guy, every time I would talk to one of the other quarterbacks, he would come over and eavesdrop. And they started coming over to him, teacher's pet. But then when the time came, he was ready to go.
Yeah, and that's massive to get those mental reps. Don't just think like, hey, they're talking to the veterans, they're not talking to me. Even though I'm very at the bottom of the depth chart, like, I really want to know what's going on. He was curious, and just by doing that, by osmosis, he was ready, and it helped him prepare. He was always preparing on his own too, so that's a good situation for him. But I'll tell you what, he ran into probably the best defense he's seen all year.
Yep.
You know, at Fresno State. So I understand, like, he's done well, but this is a fantastic defense he's facing.
And it gives you an idea about the job that was done by Nick Benedetto. We mentioned earlier, came over from Northern Illinois this year after being the defensive coordinator. Only 1 returning starter along the defensive front, 1 at cornerback, 1 at linebacker who got hurt for the year very early on, and then the safety, Braca. And he has turned this into truly one of the nation's very best defensive units. Dragged down is Ramirez as his power running game, and they average 170 per game, has really kicked into gear about the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, tons of space, and he gets right through there. As he mentioned, what you said, a bevy of running backs? Is that what you said?
Bevy. I learned that word coming over today.
Did you?
Yeah. My wife told me I have a bevy of issues I need to get cleaned up.
She and I agree.
I expect it from her. I mean, come on. Happy birthday, honey. Hope you're having a great day. 1st down run. Couple of yards. Stay tuned for the postgame show brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love. They were the ones that handed Snoop Dogg a $100,000 check for his youth football league before the game today. That's good stuff, Raising Cane's. You have those? Of course, in your physique, you probably get a grilled stuff. You know, they got that there.
You're lucky your kids are in the booth.
Yeah, well. Yeah, they don't want to see their old man injured, leaving.
No, I love Raising Cane's. You can eat whatever I want. I'm retired.
That's exactly right. That was Arsenault, another one of these running backs. I mean, the numbers in this game from a rushing standpoint for Fresno. Now, you know, they're not tearing the cover off of it, so to speak. I mean, they're averaging 3.9, 152 yards on 39 carries. But like you said, Will, you know, you don't know who's coming and who's going, right?
that's the thing. You look on the other side for Miami of Ohio. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, when they run for over 140 yards, they're 7-0. Anytime they ran under, they lost.
Yep.
And I'm sure Fresno State Coach Benedetto went into this game knowing that. Everyone now is into analytics and numbers, and if they can hold them from not running the football, they're doing well. So I'm going to ask Wes, talk to us about the defense here for Fresno State.
You said what now? Repeat that.
About the defense here for Fresno State.
Yeah, man, over the last 4 games, they've been top 10 in the NCAA in yards allowed and points allowed. And in this second half, in that third quarter alone, they only gave up 61 yards to Fresno State, man. So this has been a stingy defense that has gotten better as time has gone on this year.
It's going to be a timeout called by Fresno State before this 4th and 1. It looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it. I mean, why wouldn't you? You can pretty much put this game on ice if you convert. Tucson, Arizona, and we are 4:44 away from the post-game celebration, and things are certainly looking in the direction favorably for the Fresno State Bulldogs on a 4th down after a timeout. Are they even going to? Yep, they're going to go for it. And that extra push, and that will be enough for a first down. And they're excited. Look at jumping up and down, the big fella there. Rolling Fullwood. We see Wes Bryant jumping up and down like that this season at different points in time. Wes?
I mean, whenever you can run the football like they are, this has been their best run game since 2018. They rushed for over 2,000 yards, a bevy of backs, as you guys said, have gotten it done. But, yeah, man, when you get that running game going, Wes Bryant's going to be pretty happy when he gets to maul people.
4 games of over 200 yards. We talked about the most on a per-game basis in a long, long time, including their last game of the season against San Jose State when they ran for 259 yards in that game. Of course, all the talk's going to start up about this guy. I mean, look, you don't even like bringing it up, but to the people in Fresno, they've had 4 coaches in 5 years. You get a guy in Matt Enns who won 2 national championships, went 60-11 at North Dakota State as its head coach over 5 years. 3 times in his 5 years they went to the Final Four. But now with his move to the Pac-12, what do you think of this new Pac-12 looking ahead to next year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great just for the program in general. I mean, obviously from a revenue perspective and from a national television perspective in terms of recruiting-wise of who you want. So I think all the things align for what Coach Entz wants in this situation. So it's great. I mean, earlier today I saw the legendary Coach Pat Hill walking around.
Yeah.
Downstairs from what he's done.
Love that dude.
And you're looking to, to get back to great times like that. Coach Pat Hill, he had, I believe it was the most wins versus qualified, automatic qualifier BCS schools.
Yep. He told me today before the game, I was so honored to have a chance to say hello to him because as a kid growing up, they'd always be on that late night game and his teams were always so rugged and tough and pulling upsets like you're talking about a lot of times. Now, I don't know if he's accurate on the stat, but he said to me, he said, I think I won 19 games like you were talking about. Okay, he said, I don't think there were 19 of those wins combined by all the teams in college football this year.
Right.
So 15-3 on a 3rd down and 8. And Miami has 2 timeouts left. I beg your pardon, Miami with no timeouts left. Fresno has 2. Quarterback keeper for Warner. And he leaps close to a first down. It'll be about a yard short. Well, they went for it 4th and 2 a couple of minutes ago. This looks like it might be 4th and 2 or less.
We talk about the move to the Pac-12 when they're losing this guy, E.J. Warner, and that's going to be huge. Like, who is going to be the quarterback? You look at E.J. and, the second in terms of active pass leaders behind Carson Beck. He's just a ultimate outstanding pro. He's going to have an opportunity, obviously, you know, not just because of who he is, his last name Warner, but because of his production. And I can see him more in that, like that Kirk Cousins, Purdy, Sam Darnold type of mold to fit in a system like a Shanahan system, you know, where it does allow you to have some high IQ in terms of football, but also, you know, allow you to be very, very productive. And I see him getting that kind of an opportunity. I'd love to see him with Sean McVay. Like, that would be great.
I think everybody quarterback would like to be with Sean, who, by the way, is a Miami of Ohio grad.
Yes,
Part
indeed.
of the cradle
Boom,
of
boom,
coaches.
boom.
That's
See, there you go. We waited all game for it.
We waited all year for it. That kind of timing.
Here you go here. Most career passing yards, active quarterbacks.
Okay, Klubnik's career came to an end today. Pavia comes back for another year. And Warner being helped off. He may have hit the ground. They're going to send him right into the medical tent.
He really hit it face first. Got up a little woozy.
Yeah. So this will be a 36-yard, call it 37 officially, field goal attempt by Lynch. He's made 3, missed 1. Made 4, missed 1, as that one is through the uprights to make it 18-3. Let's take a look at E.J. Warner here. That wasn't like the head goes slamming into the ground. Makes me wonder if there's something else maybe bothering him.
Yeah, usually when I fall like that, the football, I fall on the football and it could like push me in the ribs.
He's still in there.
Might be calling his pops.
You know, it's really too bad. I mean, you know, I think it puts into perspective sometimes whether it's, you know, as a player like you did for a long, long time, or, you know, when you move on like you, like Kurt Warner, into the broadcast booth and look at demands and you travel on the weekends. And that's part of the gig, and you know it going in. But here you have a bowl game, and you have so many that are played during the week. This one happens to be on a Saturday. He has an NFL game tomorrow. And so
he has his Charger game today, actually, right now.
Today, yeah.
Currently.
Tonight, right. And unfortunately, you know, he's going to miss, and did miss, his son's final collegiate game. So 2:51 to go, and Miami will come back out on offense. You know, we were talking about that whole cradle of coaches thing, and that is quite a big deal around Miami of Ohio, and it should be. You look at some of the coaches that have come out of this program, whether it be as a student or whether it be as an assistant coach or a head coach, and to think that Chuck Martin is the all-time winningest, right? You're talking about legendary names in football. Paul Brown, considered among the top 5 coaches in the history of the pro game, won a national championship in high school and in college, and a pro title with the Cleveland Browns.
That's a trifecta right there.
Right. Woody Hayes, multiple national championships. Weeb Ewbank won a Super Bowl as head coach of the New York Jets. Sid Gilman, one of the incredible names. Ara Parsegian.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, multiple championships in Notre Dame.
Defense number 39. The ball deflected the spot of the foul. First down.
Bo Schembechler, multiple national championships at Michigan.
Wasn't Zook there too, Ron?
Ron Zook, Dick Crum, John Harbaugh. He was a student at Miami of Ohio, of course, a Super Bowl champion as a head coach. Dick Tomey was here at the University of Arizona for a long, long time. And then Sean McVay. He went into the official quote-unquote Cradle of Coaches Hall of Fame. The most recent inductee, a student, was Sean McVay at Miami. Our aerial coverage brought to you by Lucas Oil here tonight. Thrown low and incomplete.
Yeah, again, you got Cameron Braca still on high alert.
Braca, captain, grew up and transferred from Fresno City. Getting that trophy polished up.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Look at Snoop. Thankful he's going to be able to give it out in that low rider. You ever bounced around L.A.? You know, you're
not,
the
I have
low
not
rider.
bounced around L.A. in the low rider.
Well, now that you're tight with Snoop, you might be able to do that sometime.
Maybe today. You know?
Later today.
I'm going to let you finish this quarter. I'm going to go out there with the trophy.
You ought to drive that back with it. Now, how cool would that be?
That'd be a dangerous drive, though.
Maybe. Multiple levels. All right, 4th down. And sacked is Gotkowski. I mean, this defense has been as advertised here today. Siani Noah officially getting the sack. And we're down to 2:05. And out comes the Fresno State offense to just run it out the rest of the way. Well, what a nice year for Fresno State under first-year head coach Matt Enns. Going to finish the year at 9-4. Backup quarterback comes in. And they're just going to turn around and hand off the football. That is Carson Conklin, who's taken over at quarterback. And we have reached the 2-minute timeout. Stay.
As we head into the final 2 minutes of today's game, here's our snapback replay presented by the Active Cash Credit Card from Wells Fargo. Snoop, what is the man? He does everything, right? Flips the coins, choreographs the band, and he also catches kickoffs. Brought to you by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Be a 2%er. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
He said his body was feeling it from making that catch.
He came here woozy. He was a little hurt from that. You got to train for that, Snoop.
So the backup quarterback, hopefully Warner's okay. I mean, it's been all about the running game, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell right there as they give it to Julius Gillick, yet another running back getting into the game.
This is the cool part about these bowl games is that they don't affect the red shirts or these freshmen to get in there and play. And also, when I got to play as a young freshman, I couldn't wait to just get loose. Pretty much I was playing with house money, right? I'm either just getting ready to show off for my teammates, or also you're trying to put on some tape for next year going into the season.
Yeah, Gillick, only a freshman. You can tell they're really exciting after that carry right there. Been putting in the time, the practice time all year long, and now victory formation for the Bulldogs. I mean, what a year. 4th head coach in the last 5 years. 5th Bulldog head coach to lead the school to a bowl game in his first season. He'll be the 2nd, joining Jeff Tedford, to win a bowl game in his first season. And he gets the Gatorade shower to boot. V for victory on the back of that jersey.
That was a full bucket, too.
And then water behind it. That's to clean it all off.
That's
right?
it. You know, you don't want to be sticky going into
That's
the
right.
post game.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just great for this school institution to have stability at the head coach position. The scary thing though about it is like almost like with players, right? You don't want to get too good and appealing for other people. Same thing for these coaches, right? Don't get too good.
That's right.
But he looks like just talking to a man of integrity, a man of culture, a man of family, a man who wants to build players up, and he really understands and has a real plan on what he wants to do for Fresno State. The third
They
down.
got him a 3rd time. Are you kidding me?
Hyperventilating right now.
Holy Moses. Shaking hands with Chuck Martin in an 18-3 victory for the Fresno State Bulldogs. Hopefully there's nothing going on here. There'll be no reason for anybody to be mixing it up here at the end of this game. It's been a cleanly played game.
Two respected coaches.
Yep. Who earned their way to get to where they are now at the lower levels, FCS level. Both winning 2 national championships at Grand Valley for Chuck Martin. And, of course, for Ents at North Dakota State. Warner able to walk back out onto the field and join his teammates, although he doesn't look all that good, does he? All right, when we come back, we're going to have our trophy presentation in our Raising Cane's postgame show. Hopefully Warner's all right. I mean, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Hypothermia in Arizona. Welcome back to the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice. Our postgame show is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. That defense raising some cane for Fresno State. Mercy, mercy me. Yet another game this season where the Bulldogs defense allows fewer, in this case, than 200 yards of offense. One of the top defensive teams in all of college football, got its 20th interception of the year. This was an impressive unit the entire season, and again here today in the bowl win.
Yeah, just pure dominance. And as I mentioned earlier, if you really think about it, you're this dominant defense in Fresno State, and you are going against a third-string quarterback. Like, that's the reality. So you do go into this game like, yeah, he's done some cool things throughout the season for Miami of Ohio, but you're like, look, this is who we are. And you give up 72 passing yards, and the number is for rushing. If you hold them to 100, 140 yards rushing, they haven't won a game.
That's right.
You know, and so they put those two things together outstandingly. And then you look at offensively for E.J. Warner, again, just another great game for him. 70% completion percentage, 200 yards passing, plus in a TD.
Yeah, and all the rushing attack. I mean, look at those numbers in the run game. Just phenomenal. 391 total yards, nearly 200 more than Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, and you see the turnovers. Despite the turnovers, still able to get great production. 72 plays on offense. Just incredible physical football across the board.
And for Chuck Martin, in fairness, I mean, it's such a young team this year to get back after winning this game a year ago, and they'll be back again. I mean, they played in the MAC title game 3 straight years, and for, of course, Matt Ents and the Bulldogs, they've got a trophy coming around the corner from Snoop Dogg. Stick around for that. All right, welcome back to the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice, and our postgame show brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Tenders. And it's time for Snoop to hand out the hardware. Mike Yam, take it away, my friend.
All right, Tom, as you can see, Snoop having some fun here. He knows how to make an entrance. That is abundantly clear. Expecting to hear from Snoop, and he'll approach the stage here in just a couple moments. We got a trophy presentation. And you can see the Fresno State players chanting for E.J. Warner, who is your Raising Cane's most valuable player. Wait for Snoop to come up to the stage here in just a moment. Coach, as we get Snoop to come up here, just take me through the emotions of getting a win like this.
You know, hard-fought, long season, 9 wins is a testament to these players. You know, we started about 54 weeks ago. New staff, new players, a lot of new, and they bought into what we're doing, and this is awesome. Appreciate you, Coach. The old-fashioned way. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. My dog. Hey, yeah. Awesome, man.
Coach, man, I love what you do, man.
Congratulations once again, Coach. In the meantime,
Can I grab one?
What? Tell the team they got these, Coach.
Okay.
let's bring in Todd Graves, the CEO and founder of Raising Cane's. And EJ, come with me. Yep. Todd, we have our Raising Cane's most valuable player, EJ Warner. Congratulations. I'll let you present him the trophy.
EJ, amazing game, amazing career. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the family.
EJ, congratulations. I know this has got to be a special moment for you. Take me through what this is like.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's my first bowl game with these guys here, man. I love them all. A lot of ups and downs this year, but we persevered. Got out with 9 wins. So just happy for all these guys. Happy I was be a part of it this year.
I know your dad, we made reference to him during the broadcast, a Hall of Fame quarterback. What's the impact that he's had on you?
Yeah, unfortunately wasn't able to make it today, but I know he was watching, cheering me on, but I do it for him. Everything that I work for, every single time, every night, we're FaceTiming. All the hours we put in, we throw in the offseason, just everything because he's kind of led me to this position, so just happy I go out there and have a good game for him.
I'm sure you guys will go over the tape and analyze all of those throws. An efficient day for you, over 200 yards passing, a touchdown, and more importantly, you get to walk off with an absolute bang as the Raising Cane's most valuable player. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, we got a little bit more to come here on the CW. Tom Brenneman, I'm going to let you take it away.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much, Mike Am. Thank you so much, Snoop. And we will come back and tie a ribbon around this 18-3 Fresno State Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl victory.